I'm Bern and welcome back to my channel. If you're a woman over 50, then you are in the right place. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already subscribed, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. That bell will give you a notification every time I upload a video. So let's get into today's video, which is really something a little bit different than what you've seen previously on my channel. But last year, I lost a brother to diabetes, and it is such a terrible disease, and it's something that runs in my family. I went to the doctor and I had a full blood workup on myself, and he told me that even though I'm not obese or anything like that, I am challenged with blood sugar and insulin production. I had gestational diabetes during 3 of my pregnancies, and it's a terrible disease to live with. You have to worry about every single item that goes into your mouth. And the doctor basically said this to me: if you don't get your weight down and you don't exercise or do some form of physical activity because you're too sedentary, I sit for 12 hours out of my day, and you are going to be on diabetes medicine. And I said to myself, oh boy, I was on insulin during my pregnancies. I know what that's like, and I've got to do something about it. And boy, did I. I started a diet on December 27th. That's how serious I was. I wasn't waiting and kidding myself after the holidays or anything like that. I jumped on that wagon. I found a diet that works for me. It's called the keto diet. I'm not telling you this is the diet you should be on. You have to find out what works. Being that I'm insulin resistant, any carb or sweet I put into my mouth turns to sugar, and I can't burn the amount of sugars in my body in order to lose the weight that I have to lose. So I started this diet. I'm down 15 pounds. I feel so much better about myself. My clothes are beginning to look better. I don't have that boxy menopausal feeling that I kind of had crept up on me. But today I want to share with you 5 things or so that I really want you to think about if you're menopausal and in trying to lose weight. These things have really helped me in my journey, and my journey is far from over. I have to be blood tested again in a few months, and I am continuing this diet. Have I had a cheat or two? Yes, I would say I fell off the wagon for one meal about 4 times, which is really good for me. The great thing about this diet is I'm not craving food and sweets. I kicked my sugar addiction, and that has really helped me stick with my diet. But I have a few tips and tools, whether you're on Weight Watchers, keto, vegan, or whatever you're doing to lose weight. What I want you to do away with is that delusional diet thinking that we all kid ourselves. 1, not getting on the scale. Oh, my clothes fit me better, so I know I'm losing weight. Well, you don't really know, because if you're like me, you have size 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 sitting in your closet. So depending on what day it is, I pull out a jean and go, oh, these fit nicely. Meanwhile, they're the size 10 when a month ago I was in the 8. So don't kid yourself about not getting on that scale. I recently purchased a new scale. I had given my scale to my daughter, and I wasn't weighing myself. And slowly but surely over that 2-month period, I really let those pounds creep up on me, and before you know it, I had, instead of losing 20 pounds to lose, I had 28 pounds to lose. So we all play mind games with ourselves. We kid ourselves, and that's what I'm trying to do away with in this weight loss journey that I am on. Now, I bought a new scale. This is a Tanita scale, and it actually measures my weight, plus has a body fat monitor, and it also measures my body water percentage. Now, you may think, oh, I know I'm hydrated, but each day we fluctuate, and one of the most important signals our brain sends when we're thirsty, it'll send a hunger signal, even if you're not hungry. So if you're dehydrated in the slightest little bit, it really adds a challenge to sticking to your diet. So I bought this scale. I'm not kidding myself. What I do is I get on the scale on Friday because I want to see that number before I go into my weekend. And you know, on the weekend, Friday nights and Saturday night, I also have another delusional diet, thinking Friday, weekend, I'm ready to party, I'm ready to have fun, I'm ready to go out, I worked hard all week, I deserve this meal, I deserve this bowl of ice cream, I got to the gym 3 times this week, so I'm okay having this ice cream sundae. So getting on that scale for me on Friday morning and seeing what that weight is, and then getting on that scale again on Monday morning to see what I did to that scale over the weekend. I don't want to deprive myself, but I don't want to reward myself for behaviors that aren't really good for me. And one of those behaviors would be, you know, treating myself to sweet drinks on the weekend or desserts for 3 nights on the weekend and expect that I'm going to see a downward movement in that scale. Don't depend on your clothes, because if you're like me, as a mature woman, there are things in my closet I've had for 10 years when I weighed 50 pounds more. So don't kid yourself, get on that scale. So one of the tools I use, I have them on my desk at work and I have them in my kitchen, and on Friday to get through those weekends, because that's when I'm challenged most by cheating behavior, I measure with these adorable measuring spoons. I got them at World Market, and this spoon right here, that tablespoon, this slides right off, and that goes in my purse on Friday nights. When they're saying have a tablespoon of olive oil, I'm making sure that I have a tablespoon. It goes in my purse. I dine out over the weekend. I measure. I don't care what people around me think. I care about getting to my goal of losing 25 to 30 pounds. I'm 15 pounds off now, and that is because I have been measuring my intake of food. I've also used a Lose It app, which has been really helpful tracking. Write it down, see where you go off the rails, and prevent that delusional diet thinking. Throw a measuring spoon in your purse on Friday and it'll get you through that weekend. I was doing ham and cheese roll-ups or a roast beef roll-up, and I put a little mayonnaise in, and I measured that mayonnaise, and boy oh boy, I was probably having 3 times the amount of mayonnaise that I should have been having, and that's why the scale just wasn't moving. And another thing that goes in my purse on Friday night is this 1/4 cup measuring cup. I keep measuring cups in my kitchen, and I keep them at work, and I measure any dressing that goes on a salad. Because let's face it, we can eat grilled chicken salad over romaine till we're blue in the face, but if you're adding a 1/4 cup or a 1/2 cup of salad dressing, that is not a diet lunch. So I stopped kidding myself. I started measuring, and these cups have really helped me stop kidding myself about my oil and fat intake. I carry it to restaurants with me. When I say 1/4 cup or a cup of vegetables, I know I'm getting a cup of vegetables and not having, I don't know about you, but I live in New Jersey and the portions are crazy. You could feed a family of 4. So if you're eating that full-size portion when you go out to dinner, you are not going to see that weight loss go down on that scale. So these are key. Okay, another thing that has really helped me, and I know these are no-brainers, but I think we all need a really good reminder. This is my scale. I have 2 of them. This is a Taylor. I have a link down below to this one. I keep this one on my desk at work, my salad, my protein, it gets weighed, and this helps me know exactly how much protein. Too much protein can actually change to sugar in your system, believe it or not. When you think you're being good, this is one thing I found out. And even though I was being good on what I thought was like an Atkins style diet and I didn't see the weight loss, I was disgusted, and I would cheat and not see the results that would give me like just no desire to continue. This I keep on my desk at work, and this is the one I have in my kitchen. I got this years ago at Weight Watchers, and I weigh every single thing that goes into my mouth. And you may think, oh, I don't have the time. You have the time for you. Take the time for you. If you're overweight, chances are you're over 50, you're unhealthy. Taking that time to write down, to see like, oh gee, I forgot I had 2 eggs already today. I already had 4 ounces of protein in my lunch, and this is how I keep track of it. I put it in my Lose It app, I do it on the bus, I do it in the bathroom. Anytime I have downtime, I am loading and keeping track of what I ate during the day. And using these tips and tricks has really helped me take off 15 pounds, which during menopause at over 50, over 55 is not easy to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. I'd really love to ask you, what diet are you having good results with? What diets have you tried in the past and not had good results with? I'd really be curious to find out what challenges you. Is it Monday to Friday? Monday to Friday, I'm super diligent in my dieting, but weekends, awful. Fall off that wagon, and I had to come up with really good ways to stop doing that, or else I was just on this diet merry-go-round, and I want to get off that diet merry-go-round. I really appreciate each and every one of you watching, and until next time, bye!